Got shot at the age of 5 years old, being at the wrong place at the wrong time. For one, I didn't think I was going to be part of the world anymore, when that happened, even though it was the buckshots, the bullets missed my head, but the buckshots hit all over my arms and in my chest, so that was a normalcy for us. Didn't even see life expectancy past 20 because of all the things that go on in your neighborhood, losing friends at an early age. That was just the neighborhood we lived in. Every time you go outside your door, you need to have your head on a swivel. Before that trauma happened to me, trying to pursue the game of basketball, going out on the court being laughed upon because of your size, they used to affect me. I go home crying to my mom, letting her know how cruel the kids were to me out there on the court. But after that dramatic experience happened to me being shot, when I went back out there, those words didn't have the same impact. And I do believe that it had to do with me thinking that I almost lost my life. You felt like you've been through the worst of it. Words, as they say, stick and stone may hurt your bone, but words will never hurt you. And that's true. The words can't hurt you unless you allow it to. And I got to that point where those words didn't mean anything. And it just, as I said, it came in one ear, went out the other. Pops got put in prison when I was 12, so my mom had to take on that role to be the mother and the father of the household, only having an 11th grade education. So she had to go back and get her diploma in order for her to provide, to get a job for her family. It gave me an understanding that I need to do more, I need to focus. From that moment on, I didn't even think about my height. I knew I wasn't getting out that 5-foot range, and I embraced that early on. People always tell you who you should be, who you could be, but you're the only person to know who you want to be. Basketball was always that barrier that I had to break down because of all the coaches, all the people felt like the game should be played by your height. You need to be big and tall in order to pursue this game. And I had to change their mindsets in terms of letting them know that this game is meant for whoever had the ability to play the game of basketball.
He is now the shortest player in the NBA. Tyrone Bogues from Wake Forest, 5'3", 140 pounds, 22 years old. He was projected.
That was the day the weight of the world was lifted off my shoulders. There was a surreal moment hearing your name called, your dreams finally come true after all this, all this hardship, the journey that you've been on. You're about to change the whole narrative of your entire family. To be small in this industry, to be the smallest, of course I am honored and grateful, but at the same time, I'm wishing and dreaming that it could be someone even smaller in terms of that next generation. Having a kid around the world just dreaming, believing that they can be this individual regardless of his stature. Just giving them hope and faith that, they have that outlook in life that they could be part of something that no one thinks they are capable of. So having that in the atmosphere that where a kid can dream and believe and say, oh, someone my size had done that and it's possible for me to do it. It gives me chills.
I tried to pick him up, but he
You never really hear anything bad about him. His whole career in the NBA, because he's just such a good guy. He does so much for his community, and he's just so family oriented. He wants to make sure that his kids do what's right, and he's been such a great role model for all of our kids.
I love working with my dad. It's made us closer. He's my best friend. So yeah, some of his requests are off the wall, but I love him. He's my dad.
I am so proud of Brittney. and for them to be able to overseeing all my projects and the things that I'm doing. I am so grateful to be in their hands. I followed all around ever since when I was a kid. I mean, seeing her play the game, football, baseball, basketball, as a girl, small girl, that just gave me so much inspiration that I wanted to go out there and play it. When I lost her, I mean, it took a toll. But again, I continue to keep her legacy alive because of the things that she committed to our city in Baltimore. She ran all the youth programs for the Park and Rec centers back home. Football, basketball. I mean, she missed so many family functions because of her commitment to those kids. And that let me know that her heart was in the right place. So for me to be here in this position, to continue her legacy, to make sure that those individuals that she touched know how important that it is to continue to put that effort into the youth, because they are our future, and she had a big heart in that regards. Never let any negative moment keep you in that place. You know, you go through that process and you move on from it. I want to always try to, make sure that folks believe in them and not to give that credit to anyone or give that power to anyone who don't believe in you. Because people could be cruel. People could be very devastated towards your dreams. And if you allow them and come into your space, they can take that away from you. So always tell folks to surround yourself with those who are going to uplift you. And for me to continue to be out here spreading that message, being able to go out and talk to the youth, talk to anyone that has an open ear that wants to grow, I'm all for it. My charity work that I do now with the Muggsy Bogues Family Foundation, is also, close to my heart, where we trying to empower the underserved and make sure they have a quality, better life just like anyone else. That's what God has placed me here for at this juncture in my life, I believe. I am honored to be able to play in 3 decades, the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s with some of the unbelievable players that I played with. It's not about the media, it's about the people that you compete against, all the competition, and that's where all the failure as well as success is instantly right then and there. In the NBA, is you playing against the best in the world. So having, guys that give you that type of respect, that's what you play the game for.